So I had a salon owner, come to me the other day asking for help. And we were going through the qualification process. I was asking her some questions and helping her kind of work out whether this was going to be a good fit. And I was obviously checking whether this person was going to be a good fit for us as well. And something come up in that conversation that I want to share with you, because I feel like it's not just an issue for this salon owner. It's actually an issue that is prevalent throughout the industry. We try to, in my coaching program, in my community, I think we work with clients at a level that helps to get rid of some of this mentality. But overwhelmingly, I think that as an industry, there is a fair amount of what I'm going to talk about that goes on. And that is looking at competitors as people that are going to be detrimental, evil, someone that you're fighting against, someone like there is a real negative viewpoint of people that are competing with you. Okay, it could be the salon or the clinic down the road. It could be, another person in a program that you might be participating in, whatever it is. But the element of competitiveness, as far as me selling the same things as you do, creates a tension or a hypervigilance or a fear and I want to talk to you about what's happening for you if you're feeling that way. So if you're feeling defensive, if you feel fearful of, if you feel angry towards, or you just feel protective of your own business or what you're doing, when you think about competitors, this is actually coming from a place of scarcity, right? One of my clients said to me the other day, Chrissy, I remember when you said to me that there's enough clients for everybody. There's more than enough clients for everybody. And that's really stuck with me in terms of if I feel that there's a bit of are they running the same promotion as me? Or, should we be doing this? Should we be doing that? When I think about the salons or the clinics that are in close proximity to me, I remember what you said to me in terms of there's enough. Sorry, guys. I'm having my breakfast, a digestive biscuit, and it's getting stuck in my throat now that I'm actually talking to you guys, which is a bit random. But she said, I remember you said that to me, that there's enough clients for everybody, we just need to find them. And I'm like, yeah, that's the difference between an abundance mindset and a scarcity mindset, which is, we've got to, make sure that we're doing this and we're doing that, and no one's allowed to copy and nobody's allowed to this and nobody's allowed to that. That comes from a place of scarcity. Now, let's get back to the story of me interviewing somebody who was looking at coming into the community. She said to me, and I forget sometimes because our community is so full of people that are absolutely pumped for other people, whether it be their direct competitors or, like, I literally have 2 coaching clients that have clinics within, I would say, a 20-kilometre proximity of one another. And at the last planning day, they were organising for a group catch-up for their team members to all get together and do a training together. Like, we are so on another planet when it comes to that thing, because we know that no one's ever going to be us. No one's ever going to do the things that we do. There is enough for everybody, and if we're executing and we're implementing and we're doing all of the things, nobody else is actually really a threat, right? But I forget that that's very much the thread of my community, and we just do that, and we like to attract like-minded people that are not cautious or fearful of competition, So I'm talking to this business owner, and she says, I want to know whether you coach any salons within, and she said, the vicinity. And it stopped me, and I thought, whoa, okay. I said, why do you ask that? She said, well, I just don't feel comfortable being in a coaching group with Betty's salon down the road. And I said, why? She goes, well, because I don't want them to know what I'm doing and the way that I'm doing things. And And I said, that's really interesting that you say that, because I think that defensiveness and that fear of competition is creating a mindset that is holding you back in lots of different areas. Now, this was the same person that wasn't making the money that she wanted, probably because there was a fear or a scarcity around the fact that if she was to do certain things, or if she was to spend money in a certain way, that it wouldn't work, or it would be a disaster and she'd never get it back. And there's another symptom of scarcity. So scarcity was showing up for her in lots of different ways. And the fact that she was fearful of somebody landing into her coaching group that was just down the road really continued to demonstrate to me that this was pervasive for her. This was across all different areas. It didn't have to be just around competition. It was around money. It was around team. Unfortunately, this prospective client had also said to me at the very start of the interview that she had poached a team member from another clinic. Right? And this is all scarcity. I won't find a team member, so I'll go and take somebody else's. I'm scared someone's going to steal my ideas, so I won't go into a coaching program that may or may not have people within a close proximity. I won't spend the money because I may or may not. Can you see how it's showing up in all of these different ways? Now, here's the hack, right? And it's scary. But here's the hack. You have to adopt a level of abundance, a truth, a knowing that if you invest, if you support, if you collaborate, if you give, that you will get back in abundance. So if you share some of your success or you support another business owner, the expectation is that you will get that back, right? If you use a great recruitment strategy that attracts all of these amazing team members, and the energy behind that is one of openness, curiosity, wanting to attract like-minded people that are motivated and inspired, you will do that because of the way that you've recruited. Versus if you've stolen somebody and the energy around that is scarcity and protectiveness and defensiveness, and that's not a good start energetically in your relationship with that person. In fact, I reckon that team member or whatever that she'd poached from somebody else is going to do exactly the same thing to her, because she's she's sowing the seeds of, what she's done is what she can expect. So if you want something different, you have to be different. If you want if you want amazing team members, you need to approach the way that you attract amazing team members differently. If you want more money, more profit, you need to approach the way that you've looked at money and profit in a different way, in an abundant way, in a knowing that whatever happens, you'll be good and you're going to get the flavors and the desserts of what you deserve. All right? So have a really good think about how you're interacting with the world, with your business, the relationships that you're forming, with the way that you see other people in the industry. And have a think about whether for you to get what you want, you need to start interacting and connecting with things in a different way. Maybe you need to be less scarce. Maybe you need to develop that less defensive relationship with other business owners. Maybe you need to catch yourself when you're becoming a little bit sort of jealous of somebody else, or you start saying negative things because, they've done X, Y, Z and that's not fair. And I see stuff like that in the industry all the time. Like I saw someone do a post the other day that said, what would you do if the clinic down the road opened and you knew the business owner didn't have any qualifications? And it's like, why? Why are you worried? But it's coming from scarcity. It's coming from, they're going to take what I've got and they're not even qualified, and, all of that sort of stuff. So have a really good think what you're putting out there and whether that's going to work for you in the long term.